Anyways, in accordance to the last video, when it comes down to reactive abuse and shit, and yes, I don't think I've explained what reactive abuse is. Basically, reactive abuse is when people, like, basically they bully you, they antagonize you, they provoke you, and then when you react and tell them to go suck out their dirty mom's front, then you become the villain. That's what reactive abuse is. Reactive abuse is constantly pressing somebody or trying to trigger them so that you can get a response, and then you can point the finger at them and be like, look, see, I told you they were crazy. Look, see, I told you they were the problem. When you're dealing with people like that, here's my number one trick that I found. And this is gonna sound so simple, but it could be the hardest fucking thing you could possibly do. Pretend like these motherfuckers don't exist. And that's not, I don't know, like, ignore. Like, you have to treat these people like they're mentally unwell. And I'm not saying this as a jab at people that might struggle with mental illness. People that engage in trying to make you, like, react and shit like that, they're mentally unwell. Because no mentally well person is going to sit down and wait for a reaction and be happy about that reaction, except for somebody that is unwell in their head. So you're sitting and telling me people that sit here and orchestrate whole plans for you to crash out are well? And then they're going to try to point the finger at you and be like, see, they're the ones that are mentally... Baby, don't ever fucking doubt yourself or question your sanity ever again. Because the people that are sitting down and orchestrating plans and here's the plan and this is what we're going to do, that's the mental illness. Because no person that's mentally sound in their head is going to sit down and be like, what can I do to make this person act out of character so that I can feel satisfied with myself? Nobody that's proper in their head, that has all their gears turning, is going to be like, what can I do to inflict harm upon this person so that I can become the victim and I can say, see, look at their behavior. See, guys, if you have to wake up in the morning and dedicate your day to make a plan, to figure out what you can do to get a reaction, first of all, it's giving obsessed. And secondly, as I said before, it's mental illness. Because you can't be well and constructive, because those are usually the same people to be like, see, why was their reaction like that? Why did they react like that? Knowing the whole time they're the one who orchestrated the reaction. They're acting like they had nothing to do with the reaction, like it just came out of nowhere. And you're telling me those aren't the real delusional people? Because they like to place their victims as the delusional ones. Like, oh, nobody ever did anything to them. I don't know why they're acting like that. They just act like that for no reason. Don't ever doubt yourself and think that you're the one that's unwell. The people that are orchestrating this shit are the ones that are unwell. They're just trying to project that unwellness onto you. That's how they want you to feel. They might not feel like they're doing wrong. They might feel like they're doing justice. Like, yeah, this person deserves, like... And then it becomes obsessive. Like, so I'm saying if you have people that depend on you to be reactive, just stop giving them a reaction. Simple. You'll see them start crashing out and starting to destroy themselves. Once you literally just sit back in silence or whatever, even if you decide to speak your truth, make sure it's truth that you can apply to your life. Because speaking truth and not applying it to your life is like a big fucking waste of time. That's all you do. Just keep living and growing and keep working on yourself. There is nothing that pisses a manipulative motherfucker or somebody that wants a reaction off more than you actually going within and working on yourself and being happy. Once you start applying yourself and start believing in yourself, there's not, I promise you, like, I'm telling you from experience, there's nothing that pisses them off more than you actually being okay with yourself. You accepting yourself and you accepting your own growth and your flaws, that shit will piss them off. They're like, how come you're not ashamed? How come you're not gonna live in shame for the rest of your life? Babes, if you live in shame for the rest of your life about shit that you've done in your past, you'll never change because you think you're gonna stay in that same shell, that same formation forever. That's what they want you to do. They want you to be so ashamed that you never change. They want you to be like, oh, I've already acted like that, so there's no use in me changing my life because everyone fuck what everyone thinks. Think for your fucking self. Fuck them. Fuck them bitches. They're the ones who sat down and tried to orchestrate a plan against you. That's not your problem. Just every time you think about that shit, just think about the fucking stalking ass bitches. How obsessed and crazed you have to be to orchestrate a plan for somebody to say something to you. You feel so unimportant in your life that you must get a reaction from somebody that makes no fucking sense for you to feel important. And yeah, I did that shit. Babes, you're not the one that's mentally ill. And I'm gonna keep repeating it. They're the ones that are mentally ill. And yeah, we have to work, and let's join together, and we have to make a way for them to be mad, and rah, rah, rah. And they get so riled up when you just start doing good in life. When you mind your business, that's the biggest thing to a reactive abuser. If you mind your business, just mind your business. You don't have to inflict any type of revenge. All you gotta do is mind your fucking business. And you'll see these niggas try to fucking climb up the walls, fucking with their head spinning around, doing about fucking 360s and shit. Be like, oh my God, they're minding their business. Ah! Then they start losing it. They might act calm and cool on the inside, but let me tell you something. That shit ain't real. It's an act. Let them be pressed. Let them be pressed. Oh shit, you're pressed? Your favorite toy isn't working anymore? It's either silence or active truth. That's the only thing you have to do. Silence or actively work on your life. And it can be both. And share your story too. Because another thing with reactive abuse, they don't like when you share your story to other people. That's why I made this page. They want you to sit down and be silent about everything that happened to you so that you can just live in the image that they painted for you, essentially. Be like, if you're silent and you never tell anybody what happened to you, then that would just go along with the narrative that they were trying to paint, correct? So open your big ass fucking mouth if that's what you have to do to heal. Because essentially this is all about healing. It's not about whether they get a reaction or not. It's about healing that thing within yourself that keeps you from being your best self. So if you need to talk and post, talk and post. If you need to write in a journal, write in a fucking journal. If you need to paint. Make a song, make a song. Don't let them sit down and be like, I know that's about me. Well, okay, if the shoe fits fucking Cinderella. Because they just, remember this, they just want to be important. Be like, I seen your little video. I seen your little painting. I seen your little this. And you want to know what the best thing to do is? Revoke access to them motherfuckers. Revoke fucking access. Mentally, spiritually, access is fucking gone. That's what hurts them. Because they think like, oh, yeah, I'm going to have access to them forever. So, I can just keep getting my energy source. Once you cut them motherfuckers off, you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to have revenge. You don't have to ride out. You don't have to get no lick back. All you need to do is do good in life. That's the revenge. Because they're like, we've done all this shit for you to destroy yourself. Because that's what reactive abuse is for you to destroy yourself. Because when you go into those self-sabotaging habits and those self-distracting habits of crashing out and shit, so you destroy yourself when you go into those negative habits that you do whenever you crash out. That's why they push for you to react, so that you can destroy yourself, so that when you destroy yourself, they can be like, see, we didn't have anything to do with that. It was them, because they're the ones who crashed out and did this. Even though they're the ones who set up the whole thing, they're gonna turn around and put it on you and be like, but you see, you destroyed yourself because you were the one who was doing this, and you're the one who went back to doing this, and that's what reactive abuse is meant for. It's to point like, you're gonna look at yourself and be like, I destroyed myself. So that's why you have to heal from within. So then they can't get you. They can't get you if you're emotionally regulated. They can't get you if you're spiritually regulated, spiritually guarded, and spiritually protected at all times. How are you going to get me, bitch? That's why you got to practice those things. I mean, you can only be abused if you allow yourself to keep sitting and recycling the foolishness that they fucking feed you to make your own foundations. You can't make a good foundations off of bullshit that was fucking fed to you. Just remember that. So yeah, if you're dealing with that shit, just remember these people are fucking goofy individuals that have nothing to do with their lives, but sit down and wait on you to give them importance. That's the real honest truth.